the duck quack when it goes off?
No, I can tell you.
Should I just launch? Is the time now?
I can tell you when you hit the
All
right.
right. The time is now. Good evening, ladies and women. I wrote this before I knew who was all coming to this reunion. I drafted this thinking about how's the weekend gone. Will I have anything left to say? Will I have quipped my last quip? Will I have lost my voice talking the proverbial blue streak? Apparently not. I just want, like everybody else is saying, all of you are so important to me, and I have not been in contact with you, but for 40 years you've meant a lot to me. Even though Regina is no longer, you all are here, we all are here. This is the reason why we're here tonight. Getting right to the reason why I happen to be the one with the floor. You may have remembered my demonstrated fear of not speaking in public. That's come into play again. But it goes back to graduation and the honor I had of speaking at the Basilica in front of all of you, and in my undeserved role as valedictorian. I do have a confession to make before I move on to the lighthearted yet inspirational remarks Chris asked me to prepare. Okay, as soon as I heard I was valedictorian, I'm like, no, this is not me. There's somebody else in our class that has the character, the credentials, the receipts, as they say nowadays, to be first in the class. And that person, I have to say, it was Carrie Lamb. Yes. I owe you reparations. You define the terms, and if you want to just come and talk to me about it. I gotta get to go on. Now, for just a moment, let's all recall. Let's all go back in our minds to the day of graduation, to the graduation mass. Okay, let's just recall in as much detail as we can. How was the weather? How are you feeling? Sad. Who was there to share that special accomplishment? Our family. And what was the theme of the blessedly brief yet undeniably compelling valedictory address? Who knows? Would you like a hint? Yes. Well, Sister Eleanor, I wanted to wing it. I wanted to be impromptu. Sister Eleanor requested a not very rough draft. So I presented her with something that was based on the theme of just really greatly simplified the value of questioning. So here's our first easy question. Who among you has seen Lady Bird? Yes. Who has seen The Trouble with Angels? Oh. Yes. Well, when I started at Regina, I wanted a school like The Trouble with Angels. I was somebody of the old movies at the time. I wanted to be like that. But when I saw Lady Bird, I fell in love with Regina all over again. In Lady Bird, Greta Gerwig gave us an urban, relevant, all-girls Catholic high school. The sisters there were perceptive. They were sensitive. They did not give us static answers, but dynamic questions. And that's how we were raised. Like in Regina, the school in Lady Bird gave spiritual nurture and challenge to all of her students, no matter where they were on the here comes everybody continuum of Catholicism. Right? We all know STEM. We've heard a lot about STEM education. We got more. Did we not get more? Yeah. We got at least STREAM, where you have the religion and the arts. Has anybody heard of the HEART curriculum? A HEART curriculum encompasses humanities, ethics, arts, rhetoric, teaching. That to me was Regina. And so I want to ask you all, how does that heart beat in us today, no matter where we are on that spiritual journey? How does it, as we consider where our spiritual journey, Catholic or not, finds us at this moment? I hope that your Regina experience, like mine, continues to guide you. I know I need everything I learned there, from Shakespeare to to social studies to Sadie Hawkins. Plus the ongoing active presence of God to process my life as a Catholic today in the USA. To wit, heard on the news, what happens at Fancy Guys Prep School stays there. Is this what we were taught at Regina? French class has helped me to say with vigor, au contraire. Instead, consider these words from writer and educator Sybil Marshall. Education must have an end in view, for it is not an end in itself. Education must have an end in view. All of us had different views and different things that were at the end of our sights. They're not going to be the same. I want to thank my mom for introducing me to Joan Chittister, and Joan Chittister for the monastic way for that from Sybil Marshall. Education is not an end in itself. We did not spend 4 years gathering experiences and knowledge in order to entertain and impress our friends, family, and colleagues to this day. Although I really like, that's a big plus for me. Ours was not an education meant to be a tool for self-enrichment or gaining status. Education finds its roots in two Latin verbs. Educare, which is to train or mold, and educere. To train or mold, to lead us out. So our educations were made for us to lead us out deeply into our worlds, to better our worlds, and to be Christ for others. I think I actually heard those words this afternoon. Truly, there are no limits or boundaries in the many ways that we all have lived that since we left Regina, and our stories are still unfolding. The poet Rainer Maria Rilke, thank you, Mrs. Maher, I believe. Rilke wrote, live the questions, live our questions. Well, each of us arrived at Regina already on our own distinct path. We had uniforms, but not uniformity. Another big plus. Some, like me, may have heavily lobbied our parents to go to Regina. Others might have been barely okay with the idea at all. Sometimes that showed. It kind of showed. Today we have different memories, emotions, and connections. I can't say exactly why or how I lost contact with all of you in the intervening years, but I hope to leave with renewed bonds and even potential collaborations. I'm 10 minutes off I-90. Come and see me. I know I'm deeply grateful for the enduring relationships among you that have made all of these events possible. As far as 40 more, Chris? Who would like to give the speech at that one? We have lots of that. What's that? Liz came up with it?
She came up with that. Here's the
40 more, okay.
Absolutely.
All right, if the duck hasn't quacked yet, I just have one last thing I want to say, because some of you may have heard that I went from being a religious studies major in college to working as a wildlife biologist in the Arizona desert. So just in conclusion, if you can help me with this, why did the religious studies major go into the study of bald eagles? She heard they were birds of
Pray. Sorry if I'm bothering you. Could we switch places? Would that be better?
And Liz for having written remarks ahead of time. I'm sorry, sure.
Here, you can stand right here.
All
Look
right,
at this.
so now, let's hope that we get this son of a gun to work. Okay.
Oh, no.
We're at 58, but we got that technology, girls. We're in it. So here, well,
Oh, you're not going to be able
see
to
what
see.
you think
Come here.
here.
I'm right here. You're fine. You aren't. Well, I'll be good.
Cannon's here. Cannon's here.
Okay.
Slow down.
Okay.